What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Choose Sports with MK. I'm your host, yours truly, MK, and we are back with another video. First things first, please subscribe and like the YouTube channel. You guys already know we're on that road to 100 subscribers, so I need you guys to subscribe. We getting up there. Surely but surely we gonna be at them 100 subscribers before you know it. All I need is you guys' help, so please go ahead and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Now, like I told you guys in last week's episode, we're going to talk about free agency. Now, free agency, as you guys don't know, does not start until June 30th at 6 p.m. Less than 24 hours from now. But, as you guys already know, the buzz is already roaming around the league. So, let's go ahead and get into it right now. So, the player options for next season. We got a couple players that has that player option. It's a lot of top hitters, too. You got the New York Knicks, Kyrie Irving. His contract status has everyone speculated whether he's going to be Brooklyn Nets or somewhere else. Then you got James Harden from Philly. And then you got Bradley Beal from the Washington Wizards. And then you got, of course, Mr. Triple-Double Russell Westbrook. We already talked about him last week's episode. But let's talk a little bit about Kyrie Irving free agency. Now, Kyrie and the Nets are not on the same page when it comes down to contract negotiation, which could be a reason why he may leave. Now, everyone is talking about if Kyrie leaves, he's going to be doing KD dirty because he gave him this horrible season. He barely got a season with Kyrie, a full season, and then you go Dipset. Come on. So everybody's saying that Kyrie is a little wrong if he do leave. But if Kyrie leaves, is KD going to stay? That's the main question that everyone's looking at. Now they're wondering where KD will land. If he's going to stay there, is he going to go? I feel like he may stay. If Brooklyn Nets negotiate right with Kyrie, he may stay. And him and KD could come on the same page and have a great season next year. You never know. But you also got to look at it as far as who's giving him the big bucks. I know that's what he's looking at. And you know it's a numerous of teams that are looking for him. You already know the Lakers. They always looking out for some player to try to snatch up. If it's a superstar player, they looking to get him. And of course, they're already trying to get rid of Russell Westbrook. So Kyrie will be a great addition to their team. And you got the Clippers, the Knicks, Miami Heat, the Mavericks, as well as the 76ers all looking at him. So I don't feel like the Lakers would be a spot he would land. Maybe one of those other teams probably would be because he already played with LeBron. And you already know how that went already. Kyrie wants to be the head honcho. LeBron is going to be the head honcho of whatever team he's on. I don't know how those two are going to mesh. So I'm going to count the Lakers out already. As well as he has the best handles I've ever seen on a point guard. As well as he gets to the rim so effortless at times. He can shoot from the three-point range when need to be while being able to dish it to open players. And one thing about Kyrie, he's so delicate when he goes to the rim. As well as how he just maneuver around a player and shake and bake him. Like I feel like a lot of players and a lot of point guards in the league cannot do that. And that's what makes him stand out the most is really his handling skills, as well as the way he can finish and he can shoot. Like you got a point guard can check off every mark on the list. So he's a package deal. The only negative thing about him is the actions from this season. Like everything that happened from the COVID, not wanting to get the shot. It was just a lot of not wanting to get the vaccine. I'm sorry. It was just a lot of things going on that made him look not like a team player. Like, even though we understand, like, I completely understand. If you don't want to do nothing, don't do it. But you're in your job. This is your job, and these are your teammates. And it's like you're just neglecting them because of your personal feelings, which you are entitled to that. But it makes you look negative in the light when it comes down to your profession. Now, with those at hand, the question is, should he opt out and leave, only being able to sign with another team for 4 years for $200 million, which is less than what he'll get if he stays with the 76ers. And I feel like Harden's age and his current production factors heavily into the decision as far as what will happen during this offseason. He's one of the best scorers and passers of all time. He led the league in scoring 3 times in his career. And as well as he's a one-on-one scorer that can make his way to the free throw line no matter what. Ever since that injury he had in the 2020-2021 season, Harden has not been the same scorer he once was. He's coming off a season averaging over 22 points per game, the fewest as being a member on the Oklahoma Thunder. Now, you guys know how long ago that was. He hasn't scored that low since then. And you can see, like, if you watch him play, you can see he's not as fast as he used to be. He's not bursting to the rim like he used to be, going hardcore. He's not doing any of that anymore. And he connected on 33% of his three-point percentage opportunities in this past season and was not heavily effective finishing around the rim. Hence, what I stated about him getting up in age, as well as that injury, it put his physical ability down, as well as his intensity to go at the rim. That has went down tremendously, which is why I feel like it's going to have a factor, as well as far as the 76ers will keep him or if he will leave. I feel like he actually should stay with the 76ers. They have a young point guard who can handle the ball. James Harden can mostly focus on scoring or going to the rim. You don't have to fully work on being a playmaker and facilitating. He can just work on his step back shooting or one-on-one. You don't have to focus on that. So I feel like him staying with the 76ers would be a great decision for him. You're getting paid a lot of money. You got young players just got drafted on a team who can potentially get you guys further. And you got Joel Embiid, who got snubbed as far as the MVP this year. So you got a lot of different options to make you want to stay. But it all depends on how he's feeling with the 76ers and what's going on with as far as himself. And then we go to Bradley Beal free agency. Now, you know he played for the Washington Wizards. Bradley Beal is one of those players to me that I look at as far as he's a great player. He got his way to the league. He's doing everything, but he's not getting anywhere. He's not doing any progression. Every season is still nowhere. And I look at it as, if you do not want to win, go where the money is. If you're not trying to win a ring or don't have any goal to get there right now or whatever the game plan is, go where the money is. Go where that bag at, because that's the best thing you gonna get out of your NBA career is either going where the bag at or getting a ring. And right now, Bradley Beal haven't did any one of those yet, but he does have a chance right now to make a big decision with his career as far as if he wants to stay with his team, which is the Washington Wizards, and try to potentially get a ring as well as get that bag, or do he want to branch off, may not get a lot of bag, but maybe can go to a team where he can get a ring. So right now with Bradley Beal, the very likelihood to him decline a $36.4 million player option for the next season. Then the expectations for him to sign a 5-year, $248 million Supermax contract to stay in Washington, D.C. If I was Bradley Beal, you know I'm going where the money is. No questions asked. I'm going there. We gonna get a ring one way. Hey, I don't know what we gonna do, but I'm sticking beside him. I'm gonna stick beside him. We go get that ring. So he's averaged over 23.2 points per game, career high 6.6 assists, as well as only playing 40 games last season because in January he did underwent a season injury to repair a torn ligament in his left wrist. So that kind of ended his season, but as you look at it, he did start off pretty well. As well as I feel like the Washington Wizards need a lot of help added to the team. The Wizards finished past 4 seasons with a losing record, only making a 2020-21 play-in. They had Russell Westbrook then. If he takes this Supermax contract, he will be the highest paid player in the NBA after that. He either going to where the money is at or he going to get a ring. Where the money reside, where the money reside, where the money reside, where the ring reside, where the ring reside. All right, let's get back into it. I'm sorry, guys. But if he leaves, the Boston Celtics are reportedly the ones who are looking to land him if he does decide to leave. And I feel like Bill and JT, that would be something to see. But I feel like Bradley Beal is going to stay with Washington Wizards. He ain't no fool. You know, he came from the hood. He going to go with that bag at, as well as try to get a ring with them. Because I feel like next season, the Washington Wizards will probably have a great season ahead of them. And then we look at free agencies that will change teams this summer. You got a lot of players that are up for free agencies that's not really big players, but they can give a tremendous impact to other teams if they are traded. One of those is Zach LaVine. As you know, he played for Chicago Bulls. Any team would be able to use his athleticism as well as his scoring ability when he's healthy. Zach LaVine, he's a great player. Like he's one of those Ja Morants, but if he had all that flashiness, he would get that type of look. But Zach LaVine, he's no one to play with. He can shoot. He can go to the rim full force, dunking on you no matter who's down there, just like Ja Morant and Russell Westbrook. He has his handles, but I feel like he needs to be healthy to give any team a good chance at getting to a ring. And then you got Jalen Brunson. He plays for the Dallas Mavericks. You've seen him in the playoffs this past season. He came off the bench playing phenomenal whenever Luka was on the bench. He's one of those small point guards, shooting guards that's gonna back you up. Even no matter how big you are, he gonna back you up, look around and see if you can dish it out. If not, he gonna take it up on you. And he gonna either get a foul, sometimes he gonna score that. I seen a lot of that during the playoffs. And he's not someone that I really looked at until the playoffs, seeing how he played as far as improving over the years and helping the team a lot. Like I stated during the playoffs, he averaged 16.3 points per game as well as 4.8 assists. So he's a phenomenal player, and I feel like a team who needs that point guard to come off the bench or even a shooting guard could use him tremendously. And then you got DeAndre Ayton, who plays for the Phoenix Suns. You guys already know what he can do. He's a beast, that big, that a team who is missing that key center would definitely need. The Lakers is one of them. The Pistons was looking, but after they received that good draft pick during draft night, they are no longer looking at him to pick up just because they got what they want. But I do hear that the Mavericks as well as the Portland Trail Blazers could be still be looking at him. So if he does decide to leave the Phoenix Suns, which I hope he does not, I feel like he's a good team player on there. He contributes a lot for that team. And, even though you guys didn't make it the second time, I really feel like a third time may be a charm from the Phoenix Suns. Like, they had a great season last year, and they had a good season prior before that. So third time may be a charm. So he may should stay around and see what's going on. And then I did hear today that Murray was just traded to the Atlanta Hawks, and the Atlanta Hawks has I can't think of that guy's name. They have him and a few round picks from the Atlanta Hawks. Now, I feel like you add Murray over there to Atlanta, where you got Trae Young, and then that other young small forward, power forward they have. I feel like they are gonna be a great young team. I feel like that's the missing piece. I feel like the Atlanta Hawks was missing during the season, as well as being trained and familiar with the playoffs. But I feel like that piece right there is gonna help them because they need someone that could really shoot and handle the ball other than Trae Young. No one else on that team can actually facilitate and not have to depend on Trae Young to get them the ball. You have the other player who can also help them out as well. So I feel like that's a good pickup for the Atlanta Hawks. Y'all did something with that one. As well as, I know y'all saw that Twitter pic that Dame Dollar dropped down to KD. KD, what you go do, man? You go to Portland with Dame Dollar and do something? I feel like, though, Dame, you need to leave Portland, bro. You been there way too long and ain't got that ring yet. CJ already left. But, it's a lot going on with the free agency. I can't wait to see when it happens tomorrow. It's already stuff dropping today. I already told you Murray got traded to Atlanta already. So it's a lot of stuff going on in this free agency. And I love the offseason because you get to see the draft night. It's just so much going on. And you don't know which way to look. Every time I look at my phone, Beach Report, up. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? It's free agency season, baby. Let's get it. Let's go wrap this episode up right here. You guys stay tuned, as well as you guys already know I need you guys to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So tell your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your cousin, your neighbor, your babysitter, everybody. Tell them to subscribe to Choose Sports with MK. Please and thank you. I'm your host, yours truly, MK, and I'm out this thing. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see y'all next week.